Hello, welcome to our first lesson, which is Basic Algebraic Operations. In this lesson, we will be studying how we can add, subtract, or what are the basic order of operations we will be using. Before going into depth, let me revise for you what is meant by operations. In mathematics, we have four basic operators. We have four basic operators, I'm sorry, basic operators. What are four basic operators? You have been studying them: addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. These are four basic operators in mathematics or whatever subject you are going to use. If you are using mathematical operations, there are only four basic operators of math. All right. So now, according to operators, how we can solve any type of algebraic or arithmetic operation expression, it regardless of which type of expression you have, there is the same concept, or you can say there's a same idea how we can solve it. Okay, to know that idea, to understand that one, we have this term which is called PEMDAS or BODMAS or BIDMAS, BIDMAS, BODMAS, or PEMDAS. All right. It's just different names of the same thing. This is being used in USA curriculums, American curriculums, and this is used in Britain curriculum. This is the only difference. Other than that, the concept is the same for both. All right. So let's go into depth. What does it mean? It means, first of all, whatever type of operation expression you have, you will look into it. First, you will be solving anything with the parentheses. Then, if you have any exponents, you will be resolving exponents. Then you can do multiplication and division at the same time. And at the end, you can do addition and subtraction at the same time. All right. So this is how any type of expression will be simplified. But while simplifying or while understanding this, you should keep this in mind every time whenever you are going to do it. You should be starting from the left side and you will go toward the right side. I do not know why my mouse is not working. I do not understand. So it will be from, there's a problem, I believe. It will be starting from left side towards right side, which means whenever you are going to solve any type of expression, the thing you will be doing, you will start from the left side and you will go towards the right side. Let's take an example. And meanwhile, at the end of the lesson, while I will upload the video, I will upload a link or in the description for the exercise. I'm using a website called Kuta Software. I will write it here. You can find any type of mathematical worksheets there, and it's free of cost. All right. So let's take a simpler example first, then we'll move to the complex one. Let's say we get an expression which is 2 plus 3 plus 4 divided by 2 multiplied by 1. Okay. So let's say we have this expression. What we have to do, first thing we have to check, is there any parentheses we have? No, we do not have any parentheses. Okay, so cross it. Do we have any exponents in this expression? We do not have any exponent. Then do we have multiplication or division? Remember, I told you we can do multiplication and division at the same time. Yes, we have multiplication here and division here. But the first thing which is coming is division. And as I mentioned, first of all, we will start from the left side and we will go towards right side. All right. So we will have 2 plus 3 plus What is 4 divided by 2? It will be 2, then multiply by 1. All right. Why I did it? Because first of all, we got division, and I told you multiplication and division can be solved on the at the same time or regardless of the thing. Yeah, and you can do multiplication first or division first. All right. So we will have then 2 plus 3 plus what is 2 multiplied by 1? It is again 2. Now we have addition. I will not add this 3 with this 2 because we have to move left to right. So I will be adding first 2 with 3. So we will have 5 plus 2 and we will have 7. By the way, if you are going to study calculus, it will be pretty easy for you, or you might be saying, no, I can do it in the first step, like I can divide first and multiply with 1, then I add with 3. I can start from the right side and go on the left side. Yes, you can do it if you are okay with the basic knowledge. Yeah, I have no problem. You can do it and it will be accurate also, and you will get the same answer. But this is to explain to those who are having a problem in basic mathematics, who are having a problem in basic operations of arithmetic or algebraic expressions. All right. So let's take another example before I move to the next explanation. Let's say we have 5 plus 2 minus 1 square plus 4 to power of 2 divided by 4 minus 1 plus 3 to power of 2. All right. So the first thing we will be doing is parenthesis. We will be solving brackets or parenthesis 5 plus 2 minus 1. It will be 1 square plus what is 4 square? 16. Square means actually we have to square means anything square means you have to multiply that thing by itself twice. So what is 4 multiplied by 4 is 16. All right, so then we have divide by 4 minus 1 plus again 3 square. 3 multiplied by 3 is 9. All right, so we have 5 plus 1 square is 1 plus 16 divided by 4. All right, we can actually divide it here at this step because we just wrote it before. So it will be 16 divided by 4, which will be 4. We'll keep 16 inside, 4 outside. So it will be 4 multiplied by 4 is 16. The remainder is 0, so we can write this 4 here. Then minus 1 plus 9. Then 5 plus 1, 6 plus 4 minus 1 plus 9. We'll have 10 minus 1 plus 9, which is 9 plus 9, and it will be 18. All right. So this is how we can solve anything, any expression, or regardless either it is algebraic or it is basic arithmetic, we can use the same order of operations. You can practice more questions by the worksheets I will give you, and you can check your answers on the next 2 pages. The last 2 pages will be containing the answers. If you have any type of question, you can write in the comment. I will explain to you later. Either by passing your comments or I will upload a video if the question needs another video. All right, so let's talk about this one. What is this? This is the second lesson in basic algebraic operations, which is actually very important also because it is the properties how we can add, subtract, or multiply the numbers using different properties. The first property tells you it's called commutative property. It says it does not matter which number you are going to add first, the answer should be same. Whether or which number you are going to write in multiplication, the answer should be same. This will differ. These properties will not apply in subtraction or in division. In division, it does not apply at all, but in subtraction, you can apply it, but with a condition. I will tell you what is the condition for the subtraction. All right. First, let's move with the this property. It says, for example, you have two numbers, 3 and 7. You are going to add them. So they are saying also if you are not going to add 7 into 3, you can add 3 into the 7. All right. So they are saying the answer should be same. What is 3 plus 7? It is 10. And what is 7 plus 3? It is also 10. So this is what this property of addition of commutative is explaining. All right. Commutative property of multiplication says the same thing, but in multiplication. For example, we have 4 and we have multiply by 2. The property, commutative property of multiplication is telling you if you have 4 multiplied by 2, it should be equal to 2 multiplied by 4. Yani the number you are writing in the second, you can say after operator, you can write in the before operator. It does not, it should not matter. The answer should be same. 4 multiplied by 2 is 8, and 2 multiplied by 4 is also 8. All right. Okay, so let's move to the second one. At the end, I will explain about the subtraction. In division, it cannot be applied on division. It can apply on subtraction, but with a condition, which I will explain at the end. Well, I will explain all the properties. The second one we have, this one is done. The second one we have associative property. It's saying if you have more than one number, sorry, more than two numbers, yani you have three numbers. Let's say 3 plus 2. In parentheses, they are going to add first. Then, as we studied the operator in the last slide, first we'll solve the thing which are in the brackets. Then we will add in the number with the number outside. They're saying if you want to keep the first number outside and add the second two numbers first, then add in the third one, it should not matter. The answer should be same. All right, let's check if it is correct or not. What is 3 plus 2? It is 5 plus 4. All right. What is 2 plus 4? It is 6. For now, it does not seem same because this is 5 plus 4 and the other one is 3 plus 6. But let's see. 5 plus 4 is 9 and 3 plus 6 is also 9. So this property is also actually accurate. And the same thing for associative property of multiplication, which says we have three numbers. It does not matter which two numbers you multiply first, and you will multiply the product of those two numbers to the third one. Either you choose the first number separately or use the last number, you use the middle number. It does not matter. For example, we have 2 multiply by 4. Let's say multiply by 3. I'm using these 2, 3, 4 because it's very easy to calculate. If you want to use any complex numbers, the concept is same. My main target here to explain the main idea. They are saying you can keep this 2 out and 4 multiply by 3. I will add this. So sorry, I will multiply this. So 2 multiplied by 4 is 8 multiplied by 3. It should be equal to 2 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 3 is 12. Right? Okay. So 8 multiplied by 3 is 24 and 2 multiplied by 12 is also 24. See, again, it didn't matter. The answer is same. Then we have identities. Identities. I always have problem with this identity. Students does not understand what does identity means. All right, identity, you should keep this in mind for addition. 0 is identity. For multiplication, 1 is identity. The number 1 is called multiplicative identity. The digit or the number 0 is called additive or addition identity. My students always get confused when I tell them this term. Sorry, what does it mean? What do you mean by identity? Identity means a number. If you will apply the same operator which identity it is, it should not affect the other number. It means if 0 is an additive or addition identity, if I will add 0 in any number, actually 0 can be a subtractive identity if you are subtracting 0 from a number also. And 1 is also multiplicative or divisible identity. All right. So it means if you are going to add 0 in any number, 5 plus 0, it should not change this number. If it will not change this number, it means this number, the other number, this number have an identity as addition. All right. So 5 plus 0 is 0. Any number plus 0 is 0. So this 0, the number 0 is identity as additive or as subtractive also. 5 minus 0 is equal to 5. All right. What is meant by multiplicative identity? The same thing. If you will multiply any number with 1, it should be, it should give you the same number as the result. Same thing if you will divide 5 divided by 1, it should give you the same number, which is 5. I think it's pretty easy, but confusing when it comes to the names. You understand the concept, but students, they don't understand the name itself because they do not focus. Oh, it is identity means what it. They get confused because in their mind, identity means their passport or their ID cards. All right. Then we have inverse properties. If you are going to add any number with its additive inverse means what? The what is the inverse of plus? The inverse of plus is minus, right? And the inverse of multiplication is division. As I mentioned before, we have four basic operators: addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Addition and subtraction, they are reverse of each other or opposite of each other. And multiplication and division, they are inverse or, sorry, inverse, not reverse. My mistake. I cannot erase it. Inverse. It is inverse. All right. So addition and subtraction, they are inverse of each other, and multiplication and division are also inverse of each other. All right. So the inverse of this 5, I don't know what's happening. All right. So inverse, if you have a number digit 5, if you will add this 5 with its additive inverse, which is -5, the answer should be a 0. Same thing goes with multiplication. If you have a number 6 and you will multiply by its multiplicative inverse, which is 1 over 6, because this, I can write this as 6 over 1, right? And if you multiply with this, it should give you a 1. It should give you an identity, which is, if I'm using multiplication, it should give you a multiplicative identity. If you are using the sign, it should give you a additive identity. All right? All right. The last thing, the last property here, which is distributive property. It's pretty amazing and very simple also. What is this property is explaining? This property explains if you have a number and you are multiplying that number with a summation of two numbers. Means you have 5, you are multiplying this 5 with a sum of 3 plus 4, all right? You can do what? You can distribute this 5 separately instead of multiplying at the end. You can distribute this 5 to this 3 means 5 multiplied by 3 and also 5 multiplied by 4 the answer, and then at the end you can add them, you can find a sum. The answer should be same. Okay, let's check. Maybe it's not correct. This is the only method to understand math, to understand if any thing is given, any given thing is correct or not. That is by, I do not know what's happening. I cannot understand. That is by doing it the calculation. All right, let's see. What did I write? I think I wrote 5 because I used just three numbers. 5 multiplied by 3 plus 4. It should be equal to 5 multiplied by 3 plus 5 multiplied by 4. All right. 3 plus 4 is 5 multiplied by 7. 5 multiplied by 3, 15, plus 5 multiplied by 4 is 20. 5 multiplied by 7 is 35, and 15 plus 20 is 30 and 5. See? So it does not matter either you are going to use first distributive property. Actually, distributive property you will be using in the upcoming lesson when you will learn how to simplify expressions. This is also called distributive property, which is like instead of adding them, finding their sum first, the thing which are inside the brackets. First you multiply them separately, then you can add them, add their products. All right. So this was our first lesson in the domain of basic algebraic operations. If in case you guys have any question, you can write in the comments. So I will check. I can make a different video. And in next lesson, we will be learning about algebraic expression, how to simplify them, and so on. We will keep going.